Hello student, welcome again in science classes. So student, protect yourself from coronavirus by using a mask. And student, so before we starting the class, we give you here a light awareness to protect yourself from coronavirus. And student, this is my digital class. So student, now start the class. So in our last class, student, we are discussing the topic of rate optics, that is definition related to concave mirror. Okay, student, and we are discussing the definition that student pole. What is a pole? Okay, student, we are again revise here because you must forget about it. Center of curvature, radius of curvature, principal axis, focal length, focal plane, aperture, selection rate, terminal range, linear magnification and angular magnification. So student, once we again are help us to understand the image formation by concave mirror. Okay student, let us summarize this definition again. So student, again summarize the first definition. This is a concave mirror. Okay student, and as you all know that pole is the midpoint between the two terminals of a concave mirror, and this is point P. It noted by capital letter T is called the pole. Okay student, and this concave mirror is a part of sphere. Okay student, suppose in 3D this concave mirror is a part of sphere, and like the circle having a center, similarly a sphere also having a center, and the center of the sphere is called the center of curvature, is the center of this concave mirror. Okay friend, and again we are discussing in last class radius of curvature, that is linear distance between center of curvature and pole. It is noted by capital letter R, and it is the radius of curvature. Okay student, and student, what is the focal length? So student, focal length is nothing but the length between principal focus and pole. So student, the rays that are parallel to principal axis. Okay student, the line passing through center of curvature and pole is called the principal axis. Okay student, so the rays that are parallel to principal axis, after reflecting the surface of concave mirror, passing at a unit point, and the unit point is called the focal or principal focus. Okay student, and this is the distance R, that is radius of curvature. And student, the distance between this principal focus and pole is called the focal length. And the final definition that I discussed in last class, that is focal plane. So student, the plane passing through two lines that are parallel to principal axis, and after reflecting they are passing to a point, and this plane is called the focal plane. Okay student, and these six definitions are similar to convex mirror. Okay student, these six definitions are similar to convex mirror. In the case of convex mirror, this is the pole, this is the principal focus, this is the center of curvature. Here student, one more thing that is note down, that is radius of curvature is twice of focal length, and we have derived this equation in our upcoming lecture. So student, this is the pole of convex mirror, this is the center of curvature, this is the principal focus, and this is the distance, this focal length, this is the radius of curvature, and this is principal axis, and student, it is the focal plane. So student, now we continue this lecture by the starting definition of aperture. So student, what is an aperture? So students, aperture is nothing but the maximum distance of the terminals of a concave mirror. It is called the aperture. And in another words, the surface of a concave mirror. Okay, student. This is the concave mirror, and here is one thing note down that the curvature of concave mirror is not so high, because when we cut a concave mirror from a sphere in your books, the reflecting surface of concave mirror or curvature is very less. Okay, student. So the maximum length between the terminal of a concave mirror is called the aperture. Okay, student. It's called the aperture. Or in another words, the reflecting surface is called the aperture. Okay, student. So this is for concave mirror, and for convex mirror, student, this is a convex mirror. So student, in case of convex mirror, same definition here is repeated again. That maximum distance between terminal of a convex mirror is called the aperture of that convex mirror. Like suppose that the Ramayana and Mahabharata like a archery. Okay, student. In case the surface of artery is the aperture. Okay, student. And here we assume that this is a thread between the terminal of the convex and concave mirror. Okay, student. Now we continue the next definition, that is, student, two similar definitions. The first one is subaxial rays and second one is terminal rays. So student, what is subaxial rays and terminal rays? These are basically a type of ray, but what is the meaning of subaxial and terminal here referred to? So let me understand a definition, that is subaxial rays, and another definition, that is terminal rays. So students, we do the both work here, define the definition of subaxial and terminal rays, and found the difference between subaxial and terminal rays. So student, suppose again a concave mirror. Student, they are using maximum phenomena by using a concave mirror, because image formation of a convex mirror is happened only in two conditions that we are discussing in our upcoming lectures. So basically, student, we using here concave mirror, and this concave mirror have the similar things that are discussed here: principal axis, pole, center of curvature, radius of curvature, principal focus, focal length, focal plane. Okay, student, all these things are here. So student, the rays that are very closer, to the pole or parallel to principal axis is called the subaxial ray. Okay, student, very simple. And in case of subaxial rays, the angle formed after reflecting by subaxial rays to the principal axis is very little. So in trigonometry, you shall learn that in case of small angle, and how to know that? Sin theta is written in approximate to theta. Okay, student. And similar way, tan theta is written here approximate to theta. You just note down it, because we use this terminology in our upcoming derivations, and the relation in this derivation, and also the derivation of mirror formula, that is 1 by f, that is equal to, focal length 1 upon u plus 1 upon v. In both the derivation, to determine this formula, we using this concept of terminology of subaxial rays. Okay, student. And now we are discussing about terminal rays. So student, what is terminal rays? Terminal rays are a type of rays that is parallel to principal axis. But student, these rays are incident concave mirror surface at the terminals of concave mirror. Student, okay? Terminals of concave mirror. Understand it? And after reflecting, these both passing a point that is focal. You all know about it. And the angle formed by a terminal ray and principal axis is very abstract. In the case of terminal ray, you didn't see that sin theta is equal to theta. It is not true. And also the tan theta is equal to tan theta. Okay, student? And in mathematics, you are discussing that this terminology written here that limit of theta tending to 0 sin theta upon theta is equal to 1. Okay, student? And similar way, limit theta tending to 0 tan theta upon theta that is equal to 1. Okay, student? But in case of cos theta, this terminology is not applied here. Okay, student? So these are the basic. Subaxial rays are very closer to principal focus pole, and terminal rays are incident on the term of concave mirror. Okay, student? Again, understand? Subaxial rays are parallel to principal axis and very closer to pole incident on the surface of concave mirror. Okay, student? And terminal rays are incident on the surface of concave mirror at terminal point. So, student, this is the basic definition of subaxial ray and terminal ray. And this is definition is must to understand because to track this expressions by using derivation. Okay, student? Now we are discussing about another two important definitions. The first one is linear magnification and the second one is angular magnification. Okay, student? And these both we are discussing here definition and difference between linear magnification and angular magnification. Okay, student? So the 10th definition is linear magnification. And the 11th definition is angular magnification. Okay, student? So, the linear magnification and angular magnification is a magnification. And what is the means of what magnification referred here? Student, magnification is nothing but comparison of two sides of image form. Like that, suppose again a concave mirror. Okay, student? Suppose again a concave mirror. And this is the principal axis of that concave mirror. This is the principal axis of concave mirror passing through pole, center of curvature and focus. This is the focal length and this is the radius of curvature. Okay, student? So suppose any two rays incident on surface of concave mirror. Okay, student? And after reflecting, they meet each other at suppose the two rays are coming from upper side of principal axis, and after reflecting, suppose this is the AB, an object. From that, the rays of light incident on surface of concave mirror, and after reflecting, they form an image. And in case of concave mirror, student, always remember that image formed is real and always. So, student, after reflecting the surface of concave mirror, these both rays formed an image. And suppose this image is formed here like this way, So, student, it is the invert. The image is inverted and real. The image is real and inverted. Because of image formation by concave mirror is always real but inverted. So, student, in this case, the ratio of height of image and the height of object is called the linear magnification. It is denoted by small letter m, and here is that minus h upon h. And student, now you see that here the sign of minus come here. So student, we are discussing here again in sign convention the all distances that are measured below the principal axis is measured in term of negative, and the all distances that is measured upon principal axis measured in term of positive. Like the Cartesian coordinate system, here this is all distances are positive, here is all distances are positive, and here this is all distances are negative. This is the center 0, 0, and here is the all distances are positive and here is the all distances are negative. So students, suppose this is principal axis and below the distance of principal axis all are negative, and left side of principal axis all distances are negative, and right side and upper all distances are positive. Okay student, you just understand by this, and we discussing here the sign convention in our upcoming lecture. So student, the ratio of height of image and height of object is called the linear magnification. And student, also the b by u. What is the b and u here? U is the distance of object from aperture or pole, and b is the distance of object from pole or aperture. Okay student, so this is the definition of linear magnification. Okay student, and here is both u is measured in negative and v also measured in negative, so these both are cancelled out to each other. So student, this is simply the linear magnification. And student, also we discussing the linear magnification for a convex mirror. Okay student, so student, similar linear magnification for convex mirror. And now we discussing the angular magnification. Okay student, so the angular magnification is a type of magnification, but here is that again suppose a concave mirror and concave mirror. Okay student, and you remember one thing, that you don't confuse by this a network of rays. Okay student, because we discuss here how image formed by a concave mirror, and you simply understand how these rays are drawn by me. Okay student, so what is angular magnification? So this is a concave mirror. Okay student, and here is a one doubt, that why I again and again draw this line. Okay student, this is not like stand, this is a polish. This is a polish for a glass on the surface of glass one side to convert into mirror. Okay student, a glass is converted into mirror when one side is polished. Okay student, by a specific region. So student, again suppose this is an object AB and two rays of light incident from the surface of a concave mirror like this way, like this, like this. Okay student, the one ray is that and second ray is that, and the angle, sorry student, second ray is that, and the angle like this is the center of curvature, this is the focal. So student, in case the object is center of curvature, the image is also formed on center of curvature. Okay student, so these two rays are reflected by concave mirror surface at point F. So the angle formed by these two rays is the angle of object, and also the angle formed by image is the angle of object. So student, the ratio of angle formed by image, the ratio of angle formed by object and the ratio of angle formed by image is called the angular magnification. Or in other terms, to understand this physically, this is an object, and after watching the image of this object in concave mirror, it looks larger than its original size. It looks larger than its original side. So the ratio of larger size angle and the original size angle is called the angular magnification. Simply notice that put a coin in water and after watching that the coin will look bigger size compared to its real size. So this is the angular magnification in the size of a coin. Similar way, you drop a pencil in water and after watching in water you note down that pencil is look some height upper than its original height. So this is the phenomena of angular magnification. So student, here we are discussing the 11 definition related to concave mirror. Understand the properly phenomena of reflection by concave mirror. Understand? And now we discussing our most important topic, image formation by concave mirror, that we study in class 10 how image formed by concave mirror. So student, we discussing here reflection of rays or light by concave mirror, and in another terms image formation by concave mirror. Okay student, because when the ray of light reflect by surface of concave mirror, then the image is formed. Okay student, so now we start image formation by concave mirror. To put the object different position on principal axis and get the different position of image. So it is very simple topic, and here we discussion must be 6 position of object to get different position of images. So student, let us start how image is formed. So student, the first condition and very simple condition is that when object is at infinity. So student, suppose a concave mirror here and understand it carefully. And student, one thing you note down before starting this chapter, that the rays that are parallel to principal axis, the rays, and this is the laws to image formation by concave mirror. The first law is the ray that are parallel to principal axis after reflection, they must pass by principal focus. It is the first rule. The second rule of image formation is that the rays that are passed through focus after reflection, they are parallel to principal axis. This is the second law. And third law is that the rays that are passing by pole after reflection, they reflect. This is incident angle I and this is reflecting angle R. They reflect by same angle by the laws of reflection. Okay student, this is the normal on the surface of incident ray, normal and reflected ray. This is the third law. And the fourth and final law is that student, it is not a general law, but you must understand it, that the rays that are incident on pole after reflection, they reflect by 90 degree angle. It is wrong student. Some teacher tells that 90 degree angle. It is not 90 degree angle. It is 0 degree angle. Suppose here again this phenomena. This is an concave mirror and this ray is incident ray and this is the reflective ray. So angle is formed in 0 degree. Okay student. These four laws must to understand before we start image formation by concave mirror. So student, here is first condition is that when the image is at infinity. So student, first condition is that when the object is at infinity. Here the term infinity is a relative term. Suppose the size of an ant compared to me is very small. So for ant I am infinity. The size of this marker compared to this board is very little. So the board is infinity to this marker. Okay, student? The infinity is a relative term. Okay, student? The cost of this marker is very little compared to a iPhone. Okay, student? So the price of iPhone is infinity compared to this marker. Okay, student? The depth of a ocean is very high compared to a pond. So the depth of the ocean is infinity compared to height of the ocean. Depth of the pond. So student, this infinity term is a relative term. Understand by another example that your mental age is very little compared to your grandfather, or your grandfather mental age is infinity compared to your mental age. So student, this is the basic infinity term, and you mention in comment section to understand it more confidently. So student, when object is infinity, suppose and concave mirror again, I am using again and again concave mirror, and to understand why I am using a concave mirror, because the possibility of image formation by concave mirror is very much compared to convex. Or we say that by relative term, the image formation by concave mirror is infinity compared to convex mirror. Student, suppose the rays of light coming from the sun, because sun is infinity, or the distance of sun is infinity from our earth. This is the sun, this is Venus, Jupiter, and this is our earth. So student, this distance is measured from center of mass, and the phenomena of center of mass you learned in class 11 chapter 7, center of mass and rigid body. So student, this distance is measured in light years, and light year is the unit of distance. So student, this is our solar system. In elliptical way, distance is infinity, and suppose the rays of light incident from the sun on a concave mirror that is placed on the surface of earth. Understand? So after reflecting this rays of light passing through a common point, that is here ray drawing is not perfect because I haven't a scale. Okay, you draw it better than me on your copy. So after reflecting by the surface of concave mirror, the parallel rays are passing a unique point, that is focal. Okay, so students, after reflecting by the surface of concave mirror, the rays are passing through a unique point, that is focal, and object is an infinity, and the image is formed. This is the image. You are wondering, this is the image of a point side. This is the image of point side. This is the image size that is in point form. But student, after formed many images, you notice here this is a point size image is real and inverted. But you see that the point is how inverted? Student, it is very small. So we can't measure it inverted or not inverted. But student, this image is inverted and real. That is formed by a concave mirror. Students, thanks for watching this video. Keep your knowledge increased. Take care. Bye bye. Enjoy science classes. Thanks, students.